Welcome to Urban Myths, where we explore myths, fake news, and urban legends. Urban legends are modern myths and folklore, sometimes horrific, sometimes hilarious, and usually untrue. Urban legends can be anecdotes or metaphors passed around like old wives' tales, or they can just be total nonsense with no real meaning. As far as urban legends go, the myths surrounding earwigs and bugs eating your brain have been around for a long time. It is a horrible and terrifying idea. Bugs getting in your ear, burrowing through the ear canal, and feasting on your delicious brains. This urban legend usually starts with a child complaining about a pain or a sound in their ear after coming back from playing outside in the grass. An earwig had managed to find its way into the child's ear. Earwigs are small insects identifiable by the little antennae on their heads, forceps on the posterior, and short forewings, which they rarely use. The story claims that earwigs can find their way into your hair or onto your clothes and eventually make their way into your ear. Some stories say earwigs can burrow through the ear canal and into the brain. Other tales speak of earwig mating rituals inside the ear canal, turning your ears into insect incubators. A story on bugs in the ear on Snopes.com mentions a modern take on this urban legend, a little boy who died after surgeons found ants in his brain. The tale claims the boy had either fallen asleep with some sweets in his mouth or something sweet was left out on his bed, and overnight ants made their way onto the bed and into the boy's ears. Another version of the legend, going around as a chain letter, tells the same story about ants and warns specifically against eating sweets in bed. A lot of urban legends are just that, cautionary tales. Like stories passed around by parents for children in order to get them to behave, like Santa Claus, or the Devil, or John Wick.
Call him Baba Yaga.
Party on, dudes!
Snopes explains the possible origin of this legend. John Hanning Speke was an officer in the British Indian Army in the 1850s, famous for tracking down the source of the Nile River. During one of his travels, his tent became covered with a host of small black beetles, one of which found its way into his ear while he slept. Speke mentions the incident in his journals, an incident that left his face infected with boils and tumors. Only some 6 or 7 months later did pieces of the bug finally fall out of his ear along with some earwax. So yes, it is possible for earwigs and other bugs to find their way into your ears, but it would be accidental and chances of it happening are very small. There are no bugs looking to post up in your ear and eat your brains. It's pretty much physically impossible for a bug to get from the ear canal to the brain. You've got a nice thick skull there. If you are unfortunate enough to have something crawl or fly inside your ear, go to a doctor immediately where they will use suction or some other method to pull it out. While it might not eat your brain, a bug in the ear can do some serious damage. The idea of something crawling around inside your head is the stuff of horror and science fiction. Even the name earwig is a bit misleading, as the name itself comes from the very same folklore. Male and female earwigs actually live in soil and debris, not inside human ears. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed our content, subscribe to the Mind One Productions channel.